Do you sometimes wonder why bad things happen to people? There are many reasons from the Bible's perspective why challenges, hardship, and bad things happen. Here are 10 explanations based on the scriptures on why suffering and bad things occur. When people go through challenges, sometimes it's a test of their faith in God. Peter 4:12 says, "Dear friends, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal that has come on you to test you, as though something strange was happening to you." Luke 22:31-32, "Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift all of you as wheat, but I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers." 2. Because of the devil's efforts to disrupt God's work in our lives. John 10:10, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." Peter 5:8. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Ephesians 6:12. "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." 3. Jesus acknowledged that troubles and bad things are a part of life on earth, but through him we can find peace and hope, because he has overcome the world. John 10:33, "I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." 4. Challenges lead to the development of perseverance, character, and humility. Romans 5:3-5. "Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character. Character, hope." 5. Some trials come as a discipline to people. Hebrews 12:11, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." 6. Some challenges often arise from people's desires and inability to control their flesh. James 1:13-14, "When tempted, no one should say, 'God is tempting me,' for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone." Revelation 12:9, "The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him." 7. Free will and human choices. A lot of the suffering in the world results from human choices and the abuse of free will. People can choose to do good or evil, and their actions often have consequences for themselves and others. James 1:14-15, "But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then, after desire has been conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death." 8. Sometimes suffering happens as a way to correct people on negative behavior or attitude, just as a parent disciplines a child for their well-being. God allows difficulty to bring people back to righteousness. Hebrews 12:6, "Because the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and he chastens everyone he accepts as his son." 9. To share in Christ's sufferings. Christians may experience trials at times as a way to connect them more deeply to Jesus' own experience and allows them to identify with his sacrifices. Philippians 3:10, "I want to know Christ, yes, to know the power of his resurrection and participation in his sufferings, becoming like him in his death." 10. To teach compassion and empathy. Experiencing challenges can help a person develop compassion and empathy toward others who are going through similar challenges. 2 Corinthians 1:4, "Who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we receive from God." 11. Natural consequences of actions. Some challenges happen because of the natural consequences of our actions. Sinful behaviors such as lying, stealing, or gossiping often lead to broken relationships and pain. Galatians 7:8, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. 12. To display God's glory. In some instances, bad things happen to reveal God's glory and demonstrate his power. God sometimes allows challenges to show the world his faithfulness, mercy, and strength. John 9:3. Neither this man nor his parents sinned, said Jesus, but this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. These reasons demonstrate that challenges and bad things are often not random or meaningless. Instead, they can be part of a larger spiritual, moral, or developmental purpose. In many cases, they are a result of human choices, the fallen state of the world, or spiritual forces. But when you trust in God, He can use these challenges to grow faith, build character, reveal His glory, turn situations around for good, and show Himself faithful. God always offers a deeper connection to His love and purpose.